Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I have another Temu Tuesday for you. Now, my last Temu Tuesday, which was also my very first ever Temu Tuesday, I did a few products. I asked for you guys to comment and let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, and you came through. You delivered. I got comment and responses and tips. It blew my mind. So with that retrospect, I am doing all new product review items in this particular Temu Tuesday, but I'm going to revisit two items because after the comments came in, and after I, listen to you guys, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't read any instructions. I just kind of thought, I'm an adult, I can figure this out. Read instructions, read reviews. Don't be like me and you have to come back and repeat things, because I do not think I'm even going to rate things on a kitty head kind of standard from 1 to 10, because like I said, if I do that, people are going to maybe judge that on their opinion and may not buy something when actually it's error user's fault. And I don't want that. So in my future videos, I'm just going to basically give you my opinions. I may do a thumbs up and a thumbs down. I don't know. But I'm going to give honest reviews because that's what I want to know. And because I want to give an honest review and I don't want to make this huge, make this too long, I'm going to go ahead and jump in and talk about the product right here. This is the little bag sealer. So yes, this right here had given like 2 kitty heads or something like that. And that did not give it justice, because after your comments, I listened to you guys and it was true. I had put in the batteries incorrectly. I had them both facing the same way, and when I switched them out, now this is a little loose, but once I switched them out, it's not as loose, so I do not need to have anything. And I do feel a little bit of heat right here, so I'm going to go ahead and I actually brought me a small little bag here to see if I can do this bag sealer that I gave 2 kitty heads a different review, because I think it's going to be a winner. I'm loving this so far. I did try it a couple times. Let's hope it don't give me fits here on camera. So here's the bag. Let me make sure it's open. It's a small little bag. I tried to get something quick and easy, and I've tried this several times since I put the batteries in correctly. And thanks again, guys. You're awesome. So I also was holding it down really, really hard. Everybody was saying you don't need to do that. So I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can, because the other time I did it standing up. I'm going to do it right here, where you just press on the edge of the bag and you just kind of slide it across. And let's see what we got here. Did it work? It worked, it worked, it worked. Oh my goodness. So let's scratch this little wonderful little bag sealer. It does work, and I think I paid $1.69 for it. So yes, this here is a winner for me. I'm not going to rate it on any scale, but I will tell you, check out things. I'm the first to admit when I did something wrong, and I am just tickled to death that this actually works and I can use it. Now, I do have I want to ask some help with you guys, because it does take a village. Do you leave your batteries in it the whole entire time? Because I kind of am concerned about that. I know it has this little safety latch, but I don't know if I want to keep my batteries in it or if I want to take them out and keep them closed, because I'm not going to be sealing up bags every day of the week. This is something I'll be doing randomly. I'll have it sticking on my refrigerator. So let me know if you keep your batteries in or not. I think I'm going to take mine out and just put them in every time I use it. Now that might be overkill. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So yes, it works, guys. It works. And it took you to tell me it works. And another one that I want to revisit before I jump into this Temu Tuesday, is this little lady right here. So I had already did all the items that the tips that you said to do. I just had used vinegar the first time, but it's vinegar and water. and it's still fresh. I just used it again before I brought her down here. Because I had warmed up some pizza and it smelled like pizza and I wanted to get that out of there. So I do know you put half of the vinegar up to the vinegar line and then you fill it with water up to the water line. And I do keep it in there about 7 to 8 minutes because sometimes on 7 minutes she doesn't get all the way done with the liquid. Wipe the steamy while it's done and it comes out and it smells so clean. So yeah, she works. Get you some of these. They're awesome. I'm going to get a ton of them as soon as I can get my next order going. Okay. Okay. So that was last Temu Tuesday's re-reviews. Is that a word? Re-reviews? Anyway, let's jump into this week's. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen, how it's going to come about. I'm just doing a quick intro, and then I'm going to put a couple of videos of where I was trying to test these things. Now, this is over a couple-week process. We're going to start off, and I know I can't really do my teeth. I'm not going to get right up into the camera, but I can tell you my honest opinion on this one right here. This is the 3D, and I know that glare, the 3D white teeth strips. And it had blew me away with this right here. I bought some of these like from the Dollar Tree, offline on other like Amazon and things like that. And I don't think I've ever really gotten one of these. Well, actually, I know I never gotten one of these. And you can kind of pick starting from, I had it upside down, starting from 1 all the way up. And I think I was, I drink a lot of coffee in the morning. I do drink Coke Zeros, and I do drink unsweetened tea here and there. So all of those are really, they dye your teeth. They make them darker. So I kind of picked and choose. I'm not going to tell you which one that I actually picked, but it was kind of, on the darker side. And I do feel, from what I can show you here, that it did do the trick. So I kind of had a few things I wanted to say. It does come with an instruction, little manual. And it does tell you tips and things like that. I did read it. I wanted to make sure that this time when I did this review, that it was actually going to be good. So it comes in a little pack like this, and I'm actually going to open up one because when I get through with this, this little video, I'm going to actually put one in. Now, you do have to put them in for 30 minutes. That's why I, wasn't going to try to do this on camera because of time purposes. But I wanted to show you that a couple of things about it. And some of them of my opinion. Now, I love it. This one here has 7 strips in it. And it was like $1.74 when I bought it. Well, I went to go put the link in for this video so you would know where it is. They're sold out. Now, they have a ton of replacements and similar items. They have a 70 whitening strip, which I may try to get next. I didn't think about a 70, but let me show you this one here. And I don't mind opening it up because it doesn't do anything until you pull it off the little thing. Of course, you don't want to leave it out too long, but this one's for the bottom and this one's for the top. Now, it's also minty flavor. Does it say on here? I didn't even know that. Minty strips. It didn't say it in the description, and when I put it in my mouth, I was going to make sure it don't say it on the box, but I don't remember seeing it saying anything about mint. So I was pleasantly surprised that it was mint flavor. But let me go ahead and tell you what happened with me. The top one, I had no problem putting it in. This little booger on the bottom, it was sliding all over the place, and it happened on 2 or 3 of them because I did 4 of them. I have 2 left. I have 2 of these left, so I've done 5 of these so far. And I feel like my teeth are whiter. I really do. I mean, I don't need to, make it a lie or anything. It's going to take some time. And again, I do just keep drinking my sodas and my coffee every day. So, it's going to be different for each person. If you don't drink those things, your teeth will probably get white really quick within this one package. Okay. Well worth a couple of bucks or under a couple of bucks. But the bottom one, I just want to give you a little, and my teeth are a little bit, I got lit. I don't know how I'm going to get all over my place. Are a little bit tight, or I don't know how you describe it. So that might have been why it was giving me fits. But once I got it on there, I left them on for 20 minutes. Now, of course, anything that's in your mouth is going to make you have, is build up with your spit. I can't say it any other way. But for me, I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up. 7 strips, minty flavor. Maybe I had a little bit of hassle with the bottom one, but that's okay. I think for 7 strips, it's a pretty good doggone deal. And I know everybody must be liking them. I read reviews on it because it's sold out for this particular one. And guys, you get a little chart here so you can kind of put it up against your teeth and see how it goes. And I thought that was pretty cool in itself. So I will link this in the description if you're interested in that kind of thing. I thought it was great because usually the ones I buy are a lot more expensive than $1.64, if that's what it was. I have gotten them at the Dollar Tree before for $1.25, and those were good, but I really believe that the ones here that I tried now was better. Okay. Next item I want to talk about, and I think I'm going to put this in my thumbnail. I don't know how it's going to come out, are these face masks right here. This reusable face towel hot and cold compress. It makes your skin breathe easily, and it does. I don't know if you can even tell. I tried not to put a lot of makeup on, but I couldn't come on camera without any makeup. But I want to tell you that it gives you, I thought it was just 2 options. There is about 6 options here. If you read the back, you can put it in the refrigerator and make it really ice cold. You can put it in a bowl and pour, and I had actually had some cold water. I just poured it on there and let it sit for a second or 2. You can put a cold compress, or you can put it in the microwave for a couple minutes when it's wet. And oh, in the cold days, that was so nice. And my pores, my skin feels so refreshed once I use it. And then it gives you an option. You could use like a toner to put on after it, or a moisturizer, whatever you want to do. Guys, this was like $1.78, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the prices in front of me because I'm going to link all that in the description box, but it was well under $2, and it's reusable. And I'm going to just show you, when you first get it, it's real fluffy, but after you use it a couple times, it does. And this one here is a little wet because I did use it this morning right before I came on video, and it just smells wonderful. I'm loving this little headband in the back. I'm actually going to purchase 2 more of these, and I know there's a high demand. The shipments are getting delayed for everybody. I'm hearing it in the comments. What is going on with the shipments? It's driving us all crazy. What if they just completely stopped shipping? We would die. At least I would. I'm not going to say I would die, but I got some good stuff coming and I need my stuff. So I'm going to put 2 more of these in my cart because I'm going to use one for cold compresses and I'm going to use one for hot because I just want to separate them. And then I'm going to have a backup because this right here is probably my favorite item of this review. So guys, look it up. Reusable face towel. It's a hot and cold compress. My face feels awesome with it. Now, I didn't know I was going to throw this in here, but I did use, and you'll see it in the video that I'm going to attach here in a moment. And be kind, because it's kind of me in all my glory. This little headband, I had it on with my hair pulled back and had this on it, and I thought this was cool. I will link this in the description. It's kind of like one of those TikTok headbands that went viral there for a while. I think I paid like 88 cents for this little booger, and I love it. Couldn't believe that. Okay, real quick, I did show a video of my before heels since I'm still using these little heel pads, and you can kind of see this is after like 4 days of wearing it. So they really stay intact. I used them, I was wearing them with these house shoes. They're called Watermelon Red that I purchased off the Temu for like $3. Now, I will tell you, I think something why my heels were so cracked is because I was walking with this material, and this is just real life. This is the bottom of my thing. You can tell I've been wearing these. I love these house shoes, but the thing is I was wearing them barefoot, and I don't know if that's what was cracking up my heels. Because if you see in the video that's coming up, and it's pretty, it's there. They're bad. My heels were real bad. So I used these for about 4 days, and I'm telling you, I already feel the difference. Now, I did use a healing ointment with this lotion because I was like, what is going on? So I was wearing them with them on, and I realized, oh, well, maybe I need to start wearing some socks or some kind of, footies while I wear these, because for $3, this was not a bad deal. I just wanted some house shoes that I could wear indoors because I work from home, and I thought I need to have something that I'm wearing, like some shoes to protect my feet and give me some kind of padding. And I thought this would be a quick little house shoe fix. And I also was trying to see, could it be something that was well worth it for $3 and some change. Would I buy some more? I don't know. They had every color you could think of. I may, but they would be just random things. I might even just get me a couple more pairs to take for traveling when I'm traveling, like to a hotel, and I don't want to walk around on the floor, because I'm going to invest in some better, more like, ones that have the balance house shoes, or maybe even some indoor tennis shoes or something. It's about to get summertime. I may get me some more Skechers. Those are the Sketcher brand, and I'm not, calling out a name, but I like Skechers. They make me, they balance me, and they don't make my back hurt. These right here, I've already got 2 sets in my cart. I'm thinking about putting another set because I don't know how long they will last, and I love these. Every week I'm going to be wearing these like at least once or twice a week, because you don't have to do them every day, because I noticed a big deal with my heels automatically. Like day 2, they were like, thank you for giving me some moisture. So yes, heel pads definitely is going to be a repeat buy. And like I said, I may buy some more house shoes. I'm not quite sure. We shall see. All right, guys, one last product review, and then I'm going to let you see a couple of videos, and I'm not doing an ending, so this will be it. And guess what it is? Let's talk about this mouth tape. All right, so kind of skeptical, kind of nervous to ever even try it. I got tons of comments, some of them from nurses themselves saying, don't do it, do it. Then I heard about people who have, I called it sleep apnea in my video, but I was actually talking about any kind of sleep deprivation. If you're on a ventilator, if that's, or the machines, I'm not sure what they call them. Don't hold me to that. Oxygen tanks. If you have a stuffy nose and you're constantly not being able to breathe out of your nose, I don't think this is a wise thing to do. There are several different YouTubers out there. If you look up breathing, because they say it's really good to breathe through your nose. So I'm going to tell you what I did, and I'm going to tell you this. It's that HODAF, HODAF. So do your reviews. It does say cautions. It's all here on the back. So, you need to read these things. I actually read this because I was really nervous about trying this. It says, do not use if your skin is sensitive or if you have a sunburn, dryness, redness, acne, or wounds. Use as soon as possible after opening. Don't leave it open for the moisture. You want to store it in a cool, dry place. And it says it's suitable for people who want to improve their nasal breathing. And what I wanted to do was keep from drooling and not snoring, and that's what I did. So I'm going to open up one of these. Well, actually, I'm not going to open up one of them. I'm going to show you what they look like, because you can't even, is that the one I had? Okay, I've used it twice, so I've only used it twice, and I'm going to tell you why. This is what they look like. They're like little X's, okay? So they're and these things are sturdy. Now, if you notice, you're supposed to put one up here, up and down, and you're supposed to have a dry face and no makeup and things like that. So I was told that, the sides of your mouth will come open. So I put one up and down, and then I put one crisscross, and this is what it looks like. This is my very first one that I ever used, and I actually saved it to show you guys, and this is what it looks like. So it's kind of like a whole deal here. So let me say this about this. The first time I used it, I decided to do it when I knew I was just taking like a nap, like maybe it actually turned into be a whole hour nap. I thought I might sleep about 30, 45 minutes because I was really, really exhausted, but it was early in the day. So I said, well, let me try to check this out for a short period of time to see if I could do it. Guys, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, it was exactly an hour later. I didn't wake myself up like I normally do from snoring. I didn't have any kind of drool, which I usually have to sleep all overnight to have that kind of stuff happening. I did not have a sore, dry mouth. Sometimes my throat gets a little dry, and it kind of gets a little sore when I'm, especially when it gets to this allergy weather. Didn't have that feeling at all. So that night, I put on the second time, and I was asleep probably. And I'm going to be honest with you. Don't do this testing it if you have to go to work the next day, because the whole night, for the first 4 hours, I know I was asleep, but I knew I had it on. And I kept feeling myself with my mouth opening, like, I could breathe from my nose. I didn't have any stuffy nose. So I was breathing perfectly fine from my nose. But long story short, because I don't want to make this extremely long, I kept waking myself up checking it, and then I had to get up the next day. So about 4 hours after I had it on, it was fine. It was no problem. I just could feel myself in the tape with my mouth trying to open up, like I've done with my habit for many, many years now. And it was concerning me. It didn't scare me. It just concerned me, because I knew I had to get up and go to work. So I decided to take it off. And the minute I took it off, I went to sleep, and that was all she wrote. And I have not worn it since then. But this coming weekend, I will reuse it. I will definitely be training myself when I'm taking naps, because, guys, I know some people say don't do it, but I'm just trying out things. I don't know if this is something I'll do forever, but I do want to start breathing from my nose, and I need to find out why I'm not, because my throat, when it hurts, it doesn't feel good, and it's something that I don't like. So any tips? That's just my honest review, my honest opinion. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I will use this. Like I said, I was very skeptical, but you have to be careful. If you have any conditions that could cause this to cause you to have problems, you don't need to do that, okay? So I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Maybe you need to ask your doctor if you have questions that you think it might be something that will, alarm you while you're sleeping where you can't breathe. Okay, guys, with that said, second Temu Tuesday down. I'm going to insert a few videos here at the end, and I hope you have a great week. Like, subscribe, comment. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you the items that I'm going to be reviewing for this week's Temu Tuesday. I'm going to be doing this face mask, and because it does give you different options, I am going to try both the heated way and the where you put it in the refrigerator and make it cold. So I'll try both of those out and let you know what I find for this reusable face mask, towel mask, hot and cold compress, and it's reusable. So I will let you know if it does work on both hot and cold, and if I can use it again and again, that'll be a plus. And of course, this is what she looks like. So we're going to be doing that one. I'm also going to be checking out these here for the week. And I will, because, for time purposes, I'm not going to be able to put it on and show you. But I will tell you that I have started one of them. They come with this little beautiful little teeth, dark from white to dark, and I found which one I'm at, and I'll talk about that. It has some instructions, and it comes with some different packets here. I'll pull out one to show you. I have tried one already, but I will let you know when I do the main review how these turn out. I've got about 4 more to go. This is a pack of 7, so it's for the week. So I'm going to be doing these, and I will be linking each one of those in the description box. I will be also doing these today. I'm actually putting these on. I will be using some kind of cream as well, because I don't know if I'm going to link it before this one or after, but I have some messed up heels, guys. The walking barefooted on my carpet, and I'm just not, exfoliating. I really need these little heel pads. So I'm excited about wearing those. I'm going to wear those for a few days in a row, and I'll show you the before and after, which actually this is the before I have put them on. And I will, after I do the week, I will show you how that turns out. And then like I said, that's going into the description box. And I'm also going to be talking about this right here. I have some news to tell you about this. kind of skeptical about the mouth tape, but I will go ahead and say I did, do one little test, but I don't want to tell too much about it. And I also want to make sure that I give a disclosure, because if people have sleep apnea or any kind of machines that they're, using, if your sinuses are stopped up and you can't hardly breathe, I don't think it's a good idea to be putting mouth tape on there. But in my case, and I'm sorry for that little glare, I don't know what that is all about, but if you're, just trying to keep from snoring and drooling, this is something that, you might be interested in. And I'll go in more detail as I use this for the week. I'm just, like I said, wanted to do like a little intro here. There's really not anything for time purposes for me to do for the whole week, because these are something I need to do a few days to see if it's going to work. So I'm going to be reviewing the mouth tape. It'll be about 5 days use of that. The teeth white, that'll be 7 days. And these right here, I probably will do a couple of days, because after a couple of days, I'll know if they're going to work or not on the knee pads. And then this one, I'm going to do, the hot and the cold. And I just want to see if it's going to be, reusable, because if it's reusable, this is going to be really worth the money. So I'm looking forward to doing these reviews on our Temu Tuesday this week, guys. So yeah, that's what's going on, and I'll see you. Good morning, everybody. It's a Temu Tuesday, and I've got some goodies I'm going to be reviewing today in this little bag. But first, I want to show you the before and after on a product I'm about to use, and then I'm going to revisit some videos and show you the outcome. Okay, so this is actually my heel. See how bad that is? I feel so embarrassed. But yes, sorry for the yuckiness, but that's how my heels get, and I don't know what it is, but I am going to be trying out, and the reason why I wanted to show you that is because I'm going to do this one here for today, and I'm going to come back. Sorry for the rattling. This is one of those heel gadgets, and I'll let you know how it works. I will be back soon. And on this review, I'm going to try to do these crest, the knockoffs of these 3D crests, the mouth tape, and this face mask, and maybe another one. We shall see. All right, guys. See you in a minute. Okay, this is the second one I'm doing. This is in cold water, and it says you're going to leave on for 2 to 5 minutes. And I'm going to put it on, and then you put some toner after it. And I'm going to use this Daily Defense Micellar cleansing water afterwards that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. So I will be putting this on. Let's unsnap it. This is cold. I'm probably going to regret this. I was going to scream. Oh my goodness. I'll pick up the camera in a minute once I get it on my face. I believe, if I can get this snapped. Okay, guys, this is the whole look with my eyes and everything covered. So let me see if I can lift that up in my nose. It feels awesome. So yes, this is the face. And if you really want to see the whole look, I have the anklets on, if you can even see that, the little pieces of the little heel pads, and these are some house shoes that I actually got from Temu. So we're doing all the whole getup, so I will let you know how that turns out.